Don't blink, you should blink. Welcome to the show. They're doing well because they're having a wonderful day on this 6th July 2005. Today is our part number 2 of the rent. Now, what we did made ourselves a little sandwich. I was waiting for the thunder. I was waiting for a while. Now, it seems like the weather reporter fucked up once again. So I officially, in this video, offer my candidature, or I offer my CV as a weather reporter. I'm sorry you done fucked it up. We are eating a sandwich. You guys remember? At the beginning of the video, I was talking about how I ate those chips that was too spicy. Well, we made ourselves a little bit of a recipe with some chips, some mayo, some cheese, and piece of bread. It's weird because I just cut my hair, so maybe there was an air in there. I should wear a hairnet when I'm cooking, but I wasn't cooking. I was just making straight up art. So, the good thing to do in doing a part 2 is to watch the part 1. Okay? I didn't do it. So in my mind, oh, by the way, another storm, but actually pretty freaking nice. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. That's noise. So I was saying, the girl, she blocked me on both Twitch and on both TikTok and Instagram. Now, why is this a part 2 of what we used to do, of what we did? Well, because I have been blocked before by people. Think I'm not supporting, they think I'm not doing something else, you know? For example, her, she answered, well, I'm going to your TikTok live. I never ask people to come in. I shared a live for the first time. For the first time, I shared a live on the 24th June 2025. Wanna know why? Because it was Quebec. It was a French heritage. I was afraid that people were gonna come in and they were gonna be a bit drunk. So I'm gonna have a lot of people come in. I need a mod. I sent it to my mods. You know? So there it is. This is the only time that I really, and then even then, you know what's insane? I sent it to my French mod because it was gonna be French holiday. Like for example, I sent it to Jordan because Jordan's she's a really close friend. Fucking love that girl. And she's also French Canadian. I'm like, yo, I don't know what you're doing for Saint Jean, but chill with me. And it was the only time that I shared it with her, which I would add because she's also that comes in often, but she's not French Canadian. So the reason why we're doing this part 2 is not to complain that she blocked me. It's to say, well, this one's a close friend. We started as a close friend because we started as people that talk twice in a row. She would vent to me, which I'm not good with feelings, but I'm like, okay, well, she feels alone, right? And even though her lives were kind of boring, it's because she's shy, or one of those people that's a good listener. So people that are good listeners, sorry for this noise. People that are good listeners are going to be great talkers, but you have to start a conversation, right? So I had to come up with a subject, I had to come up with something for her, and, you know, or other things, for example, things that are making me kind of upset. See, like I told you, scabs here, right? And the fly is gonna come on the scab, and look, we're gonna eat look at this, it's perfect. See? They go on the scab to eat it. Because it eats dead skin. It eats dead skin, so there you go. Am I pissed that she blocked me? No. Because the person that we were friends with wasn't the same person. And this person in particular, and this is why we're making this video. We're more calm, we're more in tune with our feelings. What do we mean by your feelings? When for me, the first video, I was depressed. And I was like, yo, I need to be in my space. So the first video we did it in winter. In the winter, I was coming off a depression of October. And this depression was, in all honesty, a a burnout, right? So we faced off with a huge problem. One time when you get depressed, you're gonna be wanting to be alone. You're gonna be wanting to be on your own and just doing your thing, and not necessarily be so super social, right? The social batteries is a hard thing to maintain when you're depressed. You have mood swings. You have. It's funny because they took. This is a true story too. They took a. I don't know the name of the channel. They took a graph, right, and they did the brain activity. And they did the brain activity, and they did for people with anxiety, with people with depression, and you can tell. You can actually tell, physically speaking, how it affects the brain, which is crazy. My apologies. Spicy. So to me, this was kind of insane because I'm like, holy shit, you know. But at the same time, one of the things that we saw the most, and that was also super interesting, was because I was not able to manage my emotion. Little thing bothered me a lot. For example, I back then I was dating a girl, right? And she was like, hey, if you wanna, she would do live with people. So if I want to talk to her, she would go live, and I was a good way to talk to her, and we would talk through there, right? I think like we were dating, and technically I was spending 20 minutes, 30 minutes, right? And after that, I'm gonna do my shit. But she understood I was busy. She appreciated the effort, right? And then with the person of today, I was talking to her because she was on TikTok and she made a video that she was sad. So I reached out to her and I'm like, hey, are you doing okay? And she's like, I'm gonna go on live if you want to talk. And at first I'm like, okay, but I want to talk to you. Like, I'm worried about you, and I don't want. First of all, we're talking right now. Second of all, I want to talk about things that are private. Maybe you don't want to talk about you're in on live. So now I'm gonna have to talk to you now to go to your life and hope that after your life we can talk about your problem. So I want to help out. You know, it's a lot of work. I'm like, okay, fuck that. She went in. We went in, and it was a good time. The life was okay. The life was good because we were a couple in the live, and we were just joking. We're making fun of. Well, not making fun of her, but teasing her. Because when I love somebody, I tease them a lot. You know. When I know that I like you because I tease you. I don't know. It's just something that I do. It's my way, kindergarten way of showing love. So she blocked me. Now, technically speaking, we had this problem a lot. Like, for example, one of my first social media friends, like real friend, did the same thing. He was obsessed with making content. And because he was obsessed with making content, we started as very close, and then it was about making content. Now, the craziest thing is, sometimes maturity is not evolving. Maturity is understanding. So, for example, with the guy that was constantly promoting his shit, what I didn't know was his girlfriend was pregnant. His girlfriend was pregnant. Well, not his girlfriend, but his wife, I should say. Oh no, they're gonna ask me to update the software every single time. Oh no. It'll be annoying as fuck. Oh no. They're gonna ask you non-stop to update the software. They'll give you like a notification. Oh shit. Why don't I do it? Because I'm filming. Because now we have to wait for an hour. That way we don't have to post it on TikTok, that hour. So, and then we feel the same thing. Because when we were in a spot where I was gonna go work, and I was like, okay, well, I can no longer subside myself. I can no longer survive on my saving. I need to find a job, and then content creation isn't a thing. I was like, shit. Okay, this is the time. So before that, I knew it was coming. So I was like, okay, well, let's push the content, and I failed. You know? Which is why we did the video of running around in circle and meaningless and purposeful. You know, it was tough. So I did that, right? Like he did. For the girl, like, he tell me, hey, you want to go talk to me? Go talk to me on your live. There's a video of me saying that on the channel. And I deleted. You can still see it. I don't remember the name of, but yeah, there's a video of me talking about the same thing. Hey, I'm busy. I'm going live a lot. Want to talk to me? Please join the live. Please join the live, because I get to talk to you guys and I get to be close to you guys, but I'm also getting to do my passion, which is working. She did the same thing. So in both cases, I'm not mad because I did the same thing. I'm not mad because I'm understanding the person where they come from. I'm not mad because I understand that that behavior isn't flawed per se. It's something that we do as a society, right? We do as a society lately. I see a lot of people do shorts of follow me, follow me, follow me. And the same thing, we did the same because my friend Corn Dog said, "Hey, you're shadow banned." I'm like, "No way, I don't believe in it," right? Then the video, and the cool thing with those videos is you can actually see. Ooh, 35 debo. You can actually see how this short has managed. So people, they had like 100,000 views, 200,000 views, and after one day we have 199, and it's up at 199. So then it's a problem, you know. It's a problem because my videos aren't being pushed. But again, they don't need to be pushed as long as you guys enjoy it. Today I did a 45 minutes live. People came in and was like, "Holy shit, you cut your hair! I can't believe you cut your hair!" Blah blah blah. It was really nice, you know. It was really nice, and it made me feel good. And it didn't matter if 100 people tell me, "Ah, you look good." It mattered that a couple people told me that I look good because I care about them, because they're close, because they're my family, you know. By the way, the reason why we're not gonna post this today, you guys might wonder, is because my mom, she doesn't know I cut my hair, and she'll be happy about it. So I'm gonna keep it a surprise. But she's also watching the channel, so I'm like, ugh, can't do much. Just gonna get something to cool down the phone. That is pretty much it. You know? And at the same time, my whole thing with a group of streamer doing follow for follow, likes for like, comments for comments, is I was possibly in a bad one. If that was a bad one, my whole experience of it is kind of sour, you know? Then one of my most popular friends, which is for Sir Winslow, you know, he's struggling too, and he's so much more popular than me. He's so much more, he has so much more accomplished than me. He has a channel with 2,800 something. And he worked so hard for it, and I'm proud of him. But even him, he's struggling. So I'm like, holy shit, you know. And then it's a reassuring thing because everybody's struggling, you know. Everybody's struggling. And then yesterday I told you what we did. Where we were, and this is the positive thing, right? We were doing, and like for example, it's so nice, like the way, and the channel, the way it grows is amazing because Anna, who is very supportive, and she watches videos, she was alive. Her boyfriend now will now watch me, and the two of them, they sit down and watch me together. I don't know why. I think it's pretty fucking cute, you know? You know? It's kind of cute. And I never thought about that. I never thought, oh, if people are going to be watching me in family, and but then it makes sense, you know? It could happen. So positively speaking, the fact that my boy is struggling even a little bit, it's a feeling of we're all struggling, and there's sort of this brings us together. Yesterday I told you guys that my phone didn't upload this one. Because it closed with updates, which is going to be happening to this phone too if we don't fix it. So I was watching live, TikTok live, right? And I saw a guy, and he was young. He was possibly 14, 15. It's hard to say because he didn't have his picture. He had a background, and he was fighting with my friend, or he was battling with my friend, not fighting, battling. They were going against each other, right? And I saw the kid, and he was so freaking talented. He had energy, the way he was doing it, the way he was talking about it. It was really, 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 really impressive. I'm like, holy shit, this kid's talented, you know? Then I see myself, I'm like, am I talented? Right? And I'm seeing this kid, it's like how talented he is. And I'm seeing the cost. So he had a battle with my friends. And it's a funny thing because this guy was French. My friend goes in and he does some random battles, right? Randoms. And he's only English. So he speaks French. And the guy literally asked his follower to share to people with a galaxy. people that he know had money, he had coins. See stuff. So you like, dude, that's fucked up. You're asking that. And the kid is like 14, 15 years old, so is there some lack of maturity there? Possibly. It's a mentality that is made by you know, by social media. The fact that we have a smaller channel is something, but the fact that we are not necessarily corrupted by the system or corrupted by a system that is flawed is actually amazing, because if you're corrupted by a system that is flawed, you're flawed yourself. Right? But coming back to what we're talking about, coming back to the subject at hand, because I tend to side tangent a lot. And it's just like it's such a weird thing. One of the things I hate the most, that pisses me off the most, is hello bites. Eating my feelings. I watch a just a short montage of Sunday dinner. It was nice. They didn't show Angelina getting kicked off, but it was nice. And to me, it is actually fucking good. Cause I just was so spicy. Mayonnaise, cheese. But they're all things that's gonna be lowering the heat of a sandwich. The color doesn't inspire confidence. On social media, people are so aggressive. People are going to be watching their screen, and I got a couple of people in mind that does it, but it's not the end of the world. They're not interesting people. Well, it's complex. They're interesting people in bad situation. Like, for example, it's an older dude and a young girl. Well, she's not that young. She's my age. She's old as shit. And the guy does constant battle. So then he watches people come in. For example, when did I come in? Like, okay, well, guess what? Hi, how are you? I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even watch the stream. I feel bad because I was uploading. In TikTok has a system that when you upload, people don't upload 100 videos, they upload one video. So you upload and you go right back to your FYP. So I'm coming in the live and I'm coming out and I'm coming in and I'm coming out and I'm coming in and I'm coming out. And the guy's like, hey. He said 4 times in a row, hi, how are you? I'm like, dude. But yeah, this mentality. Now, why am I sympathizing towards him? Because he does battle, but he doesn't have a good fan. He doesn't have a big fan base. And again, his whole fan base are content creator that say, hey, if you come to my battles, I'll come to yours. You understand? That's organic. And then there's a girl, and the girl, it's not her fault. She's live. She's live. A good 4 or 5 hours per day. It's boring. Not a lot of people can talk for 4 or 5 hours. I can't. I know I can't. See, people are always saying, yo, why aren't your lives longer? Well, there's 3 reasons. The first reason is my life, when I'm working out, will be like an hour and a half, which is pretty good already. First of all. Second of all, the live in itself is a bit of a mess because I've heard you talk about 45 minutes, and then people come in and people come out, and then you have to wait for people to come in to talk to them. So it's complex. only 45 minutes because I can do socially. I have social batteries of an hour and a half per day, 2 hours, so I can do that no problem. I have talked to people to talk about. There's things to talk about, so it's actually pretty good. And I'm getting more of a cat, not cat, not casual. Uh, let's read something. Regulars, yeah. We're getting more of regulars, which is great. You know, if the girl, I understand where she comes from. So what she does is she'll be like, "Hey, how are ya?" She'll say your name. I'm like, "Dude, I just came in. I didn't even talk to you." So it feels super aggressive, and I hate that. But then, if it's the mentality, you know, you have to follow the mentality. You have to follow the herd. Imagine me and you and me, so happy together in family, da, 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 da. And you for me, so happy together. A little bit of imagination. So imagine, right, that the whole part of imagine yourself being a shepherd and following your own way when you're a sheep and you're just not following the herd. And then if you don't follow the herd, then the wolf are gonna eat you. You know, we're the wolf. The wolf are people that are more willing than you than make content. See, making content for me has always been about having a hard work. Well, it used to be. It still is. Making content has always been about hard work. First of all, second of all, it's always been about putting effort and being nice. People that are nice or pretty will get an easier time than other people, right? So then. It's tough. It's tough. How can you say that? It's tough because it's the way it should be. It was a very good way because people that are nice deserve to be. Kindness pays kindness, repays kindness, and if you're talented, then even more. Talent is paid by kindness. Or if you're popular, then there's a way there's a reason why you're popular. But now it's just who's willing to do more. For example, somebody is willing to do some drama, to face some drama to get into views, right? Thumbnails are becoming AI, where you're literally changing the thumbnail for something. Title are clickbait, you know. But then that's the nature of the beast. We're just all trying to make it, you know. It's a bit harder. But then to finish with that. It's funny because a lot of the things that I'm saying, oh, you shouldn't do it. I think myself, you know. Like for example, the girl, she possibly really wanted that. She possibly really that. She was pissed off because she blocked me on Instagram. She blocked me on TikTok. Oh, died. I spawn, I die. I spawn, I die. So she blocked me everywhere. Now I'll say it again. We weren't really friends at the end. She would only talk to me if she needed something. I had this really good friend. We've been friends for 9, 10 years possibly. And when she has a boyfriend, she doesn't talk to other people, which is admirable, I guess. Which is cute, I guess. But it's just like, okay, well, kind of shitty if you're your friend, right? And then lately she texts me, and the first thing that she texts me, she said, "Oh, she needs something." I'm like, dude, you haven't texted me in so long, and now you text me because you need something. Kind of shitty behavior. But then, at the same time, did I allow this behavior? Did she felt comfortable doing this? So did I allow it before? Did I not complain before? Like, so that's the previous video for the people, right? I could have said nothing. I could have said nothing and just ignore it. Just ignore it. The first time we did the video was because people were talking to me, and I was like, dude, I don't really know you. I'm sorry, but I don't know you, you know? I know it was rude, but that was, at the same time, it was the truth. I didn't know that person, and they wanted to talk and talk and talk and talk. And I was like, I get being lonely, but if your answer to loneliness is stranger, possibly not the best answer. You do what you want, of course, but possibly not the best answer. So, before I go, Was there something I could have done to make her heart feel better? Stormy weather. Um, it just felt, the whole thing felt a bit odd. But then maybe this is the way that other people do it, you know? I don't know. Um, and then I was getting mad because somebody came in my life and they were talking to me. And then she was like, and she showed me a post and said, hey, if you want to like it. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then the same night, she sent me another post. And I was like, oh, you want me to send me 2 posts? Then the third day, she sent me a video. And I asked her the question, why? Because she just sent me posts. She didn't send me like a like or comment. She sent me a post. And then she said, well, I like your post, so you should like mine. I was like, fuck you know? But then for her, it was normal. And I kind of regret the way I reacted, because intent is for a lot. Maybe what she did for her wasn't bad. Maybe what I did was bad. No, scratch that. The way I answered to her, the way I treated her after that. I made a video about it. I was definitely wrong. There's a chance, a small chance, that it was normal for her. You know, this kid in your class and your friend group that didn't know how to share, right? And then you ask yourself, why can't he share? Right? Well, because this kid doesn't have siblings, and you have siblings, right? But what did I do that? It was okay. It wasn't bothering anybody. We're just being alive. The number of flies on my legs is crazy. All because of the wounds, you know. And then yesterday we didn't have flies on our heads, so that means that there's possibly dead skin. You know? And those kids, that's a problem. That is a problem. The person possibly didn't know they were doing something wrong. The problem is, and I'm gonna say something that people are gonna hate, but I don't care. You know when there's a dude who likes lie to you and you just want to get into your panties, and then he gets caught and his answer is, "Well, don't blame the game, don't blame the player, blame the game." No, dude, this is the same thing. No, this is the same thing. It's the nature of the beast. And the craziest thing is, I never asked myself the question of how do people do it? How do people do it? Are they asking for like and share? Are they asking you to come to their life? Are they... I don't know. I just don't know. You know? It's annoying. It's annoying. It's a big problem. Not only for me, but for a lot of people. Because this is your whole thing. This is your whole demeanor. This is your whole agenda. You know? The worst thing is, like, for example, OnlyFans. I'm on Reddit a lot because I'm kinky. Newsflash. And there's a bunch of kinky people on Reddit. And then there's a lot of people promoting their OnlyFans. Usually when somebody promotes their OnlyFans on Instagram, I block them. Not because I don't respect it, but because, dude, I don't need you to tell me that your OnlyFans is the best. I don't need to tell you that. I don't need you to tell me that your OnlyFans is free. I don't need to tell me for you to tell me that, oh, I'm on special. I don't need to tell you that I fucked this girl last week and you should check it out. It's a bit weird. But then it became so how far are you willing to go? And then I was watching the show. And it was with Morgue Pie. I was watching XQC and it was Welcome to Morgue Pie. It was like, how are you so successful on OnlyFans? And she said it was about how far she's willing to go. She's talking about a girl that's one of the most popular And the only thing that she does is fuck giant dildo. And she's quite small. She's a small girl. So because she's small, it looks like it's humongous. And people watch that. That's how she got a career. You know? And who might have judged, oh, this is weird, oh, this is different. Fuck that. I'm thinking what I'm trying to say is, if I found the road to success, would I do it? And the answer is I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna have a video. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.